Hello, YouTube. It's little Derek Comics back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at the My Hero Academia All Justice Battle Systems trailer. So I don't know if this is like a continuation of One's Justice, but because I haven't really been keeping up with the anime-based fighting games for a minute, so let me know in the comments. But we're just gonna go ahead and take a look at it, and I'm gonna give my thoughts as we go along.
I fight for everyone!
With the greatest roster of heroes and villains to ever clash. Are you ready for
That's a bold claim. That's that's a bold claim. We got Sparking Zero, all right. You can say what you want about Sparking. I ain't trying to glaze Sparking or nothing, but you ain't topping that roster. That's like the greatest fighting game roster like ever. Unless you got freaking Mugen, but that doesn't count. But in terms of heroes and villains, I guess if you want to be technical, maybe.
I can do it now!
Okay, let's go.
Let's go all out!
enter the fray in teams of 3? Victory is achieved when you eliminate all 3 members of the opposing team. Freely switch between characters. Strategic character switching can counter your opponents and create new opportunities for you.
I really hate to hate on like the anime games, and I'm trying to give this the benefit of the doubt. But that's literally what every single anime game has been doing for the past like 10 years. No, like maybe even 15 years, because that's what Storm does. That's what, okay, Sparking has more, but that's what Fighters technically counts. That's what Fighters does. That's what, if I'm not mistaken, does Bleach do that? That's what the Nin Impact's doing. Everybody's got a 3v3 in the anime games. It doesn't matter whether it's a competitive anime game or an arena fighter. They have 3v3. They have tagging in. This is no different than Storm 4 so far, but I'm going to let it rock. I'm going to let it rock.
Time your switch commands correctly during attack combos to seamlessly swap characters and continue the assault. Switching characters while guarding can be a highly effective tactic to turn defense into offense.
All right. Now, what I will say about that sounds more like a reversal in a fighting game. Not to say that you couldn't, block and tag in the other fighting games, but the way these combos look and the flow of the actual battle kind of looks like an actual fighting game,
Switching characters.
but in a 3D space. So presentation does look nice. I ain't gonna lie. This might actually be something.
Pull off impressive combos with simplified controls.
Okay, with the simplified controls, auto combos and things like that. But I can't be mad at them for that. That's how fighting games go nowadays. A lot of people are just the casual audience. So, they don't really care about complex mechanics. But if this can get more complex, I think that is a good thing. That for it to have a like kind of a low entry point to get into the game and then like a high skill ceiling. Not to say that it has a high skill ceiling, but it might. Well, hopefully it does.
Master the 4 core actions: target combo, counterattack, guard, and unblockable attack to dominate the battlefield.
Okay, so it looks like this is almost like a four-way rock paper scissors type deal. Yeah, it's like in a circle. So the counterattack counters the target combo, and the target combo counters the unblockable attack, which that means it's a throw. That's basically what it is. And then the unblockable attack counters the guards, and guards counterattack. So there you go.
If you coordinate your abilities, you can unleash a collaborative plus ultra combo with all 3 characters. Forge a devastating technique where quirks collide, guaranteeing massive damage.
Okay, so with the quirk attacks, theoretically, that could be a big thing. And it also depends on how different those quirks are. Because, in a lot of 3v3 fighting games, there's like a meta around the assists. So if the assist just broken, you're going to have to put that character on your team because it's a broken assist. I don't know if each character only has 1 assist or 2 assists or even 3 or something like that. I know in like the Storm series, or at least certain versions of Storm, they'd have multiple assists that you could choose from. And I think that was a cool thing. But all of this so far is any fighting game, literally any fight. The whole counterattack, attack, throw. That's basic. That's standard stuff. They're going over standard stuff. I don't, and I'll get my opinions on that at the end, but so far it just looks like everything else. And I swear I'm not trying to hate. I swear I'm not trying to hate on this game, but I'm just calling it like I see it.
Fill your gauge to activate a character enhancement, Rising during battle. While active, your attack power, movement speed, and recovery speed are all enhanced for you to gain momentum. Plus, if you're down to your last character, you'll automatically start in Rising state. It's the ultimate card for turning the tables when you're cornered, allowing you to snatch victory from the brink of defeat.
I will say, that looks like a nice comeback mechanic. I'm not gonna lie to you. Again, I've seen comeback mechanics like this in other games, but it's not commonplace in these anime-based games. But yeah, attack power, movement speed, recovery speed. You're a beast in this mode. This is your comeback mechanic. This is your last stand, and they make you very overpowered. So you probably want to have your best character on for this one to like at the end.
My Hero Academia, all's justice. Wishlist now.
All right, so what are my thoughts? Okay, so I think it looks nice. I think visually it looks nice, and I think that the combos actually look pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like when they were actually doing some of those strings and everything like that, I was like, oh, that actually looks pretty nice. And depending on how like the assists and everything are executed, this could be a nice 3D kind of tag fighter. It'll still be an arena fighter, but it'll be kind of like it can function as a tag fighter, but in a 3D space. And I think that would be really cool if they can execute it. That's my only thing. The execution in a lot of these fighting games or these anime fighters have not been there. And even something that was kind of different and kind of cool, like take Sparking Zero for an example, had a nice roster, had some pretty good gameplay for the most part, but it just kind of wasn't supported after a while. It's like after I beat the campaign and unlock the characters, what is there to do? You know what I mean? That you have to. It's weird because these are casual anime games, like they're made for a casual audience, and yet they treat it almost as if it's just a straight competitive fighter, and they don't add anything more. They just expect you to play online with people, and I don't even know if this has rollback. I really doubt it, but why would I do that? So that's my main concern, but it does look nice. I will say another game, say JoJo's All-Star Battle R. That one also had no rollback and bad netcode, but it was a fun game. It felt like a nice fighter. It just wouldn't. I don't know if that really got supported either, but it was at least fun to play. So my main concern is that even if this is great, right? What is going to be the staying potential of this? Because I could say I get this game, it could be 10 out of 10. But how long is the game gonna last before it dies out? That's the biggest issue with these anime games, is that regardless of whether it's competitive or not, the staying potential of that, the replay value is not there for most of them. And so they kind of fall by the wayside. But let me know what you think of the game. Again, I swear I'm not trying to hate on this game, but it's just I always get a little bit cautious when I see the arena fighters because they usually just don't do too well. And people kind of ignore those reasons that they don't do too well, and it keeps repeating because they just keep pumping out the same thing with a different name. So, let me know what you think about it in the comments. But with that being said, that's the end of the video, and I'm out. Peace.